Hey guys, it's Kerry. I've got a mega pile of sea animals here today. Tell me what your favourite sea animal is. Goblin shark? They have ligaments tucked into their mouths. When prey is just out of reach, the shark extends the elastic tissue out of the mouth to catch its prey. Pufferfish? They have 4 large teeth which are fused into an upper and lower plate, which are used for crushing their prey. Largemouth bass? It is the largest of the black basses, reaching a maximum recorded overall length of 75 centimeters. Piranha? They are aggressive predators that lurk in vegetation and ambush and chase their prey. Koi fish? In Japan, they stand for anything that's good: luck, prosperity, vitality, and longevity. Flying fish? They are ray-finned fish with highly modified pectoral fins. Despite their name, flying fish aren't capable of powered flight. Instead, they propel themselves out of the water at speeds of 56 kilometers an hour. Octopus? With reproduction, most male octopus have a specialized extra long arm which acts like a penis called the hectocotylus. It delivers sperm from a distance. It has a sperm groove down it and a specialized tip. This is an adaptation to mating with cannibalistic females that frequently kill and eat males during or after copulation. To mate, a male will insert his hectocotylus into the female's mantle cavity and deposit spermatophores, which are sperm packets. This process may take up to several hours depending on the species. Females store their spermatophores until they're ready to lay eggs. Typically, males die within months after mating, while females watch over their eggs until they hatch and then die shortly after. Please subscribe and turn on notifications. Clawed lobster? Lobsters aren't red. They turn red when cooked, but in nature they can be green or yellow or even bright blue. Fishermen throw back lobsters that are too small and lobsters that are too big. The small ones need to grow, while the large ones add vigor to the gene pool. When lobsters mate, the eggs aren't fertilized right away. The female carries the male sperm and chooses when to fertilize her eggs. Lobsters shed their shells or molt. A female lobster can only mate just after she has molted. They can swim forward and backward. When they're alarmed, they scoot away in reverse by rapidly curling and uncurling their tails. Spiny lobster? They do not have large edible claws like the clawed lobster, but only tiny claws which don't have any edible meat. Prawn or shrimp? They are both decapod crustaceans, meaning they have an exoskeleton and 10 legs. They can be found in salt water and fresh water all over the world. In Australia and the UK, the word prawn is more common on menus than the word shrimp. Well, it's the opposite in North America. Marbled stingray? Stingrays are a group of sea rays, which are cartilaginous fish related to sharks. Blue spotted ray? The mouth of the stingray is located on the ventral side of the vertebrate. The upper jaw has high mobility and protrudes outwards. The teeth are modified placoid scales that are regularly shed and replaced. Manta ray. Spiracles are small openings that allow some fish and amphibians to breathe. Stingray spiracles are openings just behind its eyes. The respiratory system of stingrays is complicated by having two separate ways to take in water to use oxygen. Most of the time, stingrays take in water using their mouth and then send the water through the gills for gas exchange. Cow nose ray. When stingrays bury themselves in the ocean sediment and wait for prey to swim by, they switch to using their spiracles. They can draw water free from sediment directly into their gills for gas exchange, so two ways to do it. Their mouth is the best form of ventilation. However, it's enough when the stingray is quietly waiting to ambush its prey to use its spiracles. Sally Lightfoot crab. They are brightly coloured coastal scavengers found in the Galapagos Islands and across the western coast of South and Central America. Blue crab. These crabs are strong swimmers, largely due to their fifth pair of legs, which are shaped much like paddles. Dungeness crab. They are named after one of their habitats where they are found. King crab. They are chiefly found in cold seas. Because of their large size and the taste of their meat, many species are widely caught and sold as food. Hermit crab. They have a hard exoskeleton on the front part of their bodies, but a soft tail. This is why they use a discarded shell. Sea star. Most of them have spiny skin and 5 arms, although some can grow as many as 50 arms. The arms are covered with pincer-like organs and suckers that allow the animal to slowly creep along the ocean floor. Light, sensitive eye spots on the tips of the arms help the sea star find food. They aren't social creatures, but at certain times of the year they will congregate in large groups to feed. Cuperoceras is a genus of nautiloid cephalopod mollusks. Nautilus pompilius, also known as the chambered nautilus. Its shell is counter-shaded to help with camouflage, light on the bottom and dark on top. Ammonite's fossil have a coiled external shell similar to that of the modern nautilus. Pravitoceras is an ammonite from the late Cretaceous period. They were fast-moving, nectonic carnivores. Another ammonite. This is Pleuroceras. It lived during the lower Jurassic period. Orthoceras. These are slender, with elongate shells, with the middle of the body chamber transversely constricted and a subcentral siphuncle. Trilobite. They are extinct marine arthropods. They are one of the earliest known groups of arthropods. They went extinct 251 million years ago, killed by the end Permian mass extinction event. that removed over 90% of all species on Earth. Trilobite fossils are found all over the world. Clown triggerfish. The mouth is small, terminal, and has strong teeth. Queen triggerfish. Those specialized teeth are used to crush and chisel holes in their hard-shelled prey. They have large scales, small mouths, and high-set eyes. Salmon. They are anadromous. They hatch in the gravel beds of shallow freshwater streams, migrate to the ocean as adults, and live like sea fish. Frogfish. They are members of the anglerfish family. They are small, short, and stocky, and sometimes covered in spinels and other appendages to aid in camouflage. Moray eel. Their eyes are rather small. They mostly rely on their highly developed sense of smell, lying in wait to ambush prey. Seahorse. They have a horse-like head, prehensile tail, independently moving eyes, and a brood pouch. Boxfish. When stressed or injured, it releases the neurotoxin tetrodotoxin from its skin, which may prove lethal to fish in surrounding waters. Sea turtle. They have been on Earth for more than 220 million years. They have been known to live more than 100 years. Sea turtles can't retract their heads and legs inside their shell, which makes them much more vulnerable to predators in the ocean. They have strong muscles from all their swimming. Their eyes look like they're crying sometimes, as they have eye glands that help them get rid of excess salt. Male sea turtles spend their entire lives underwater. This is the Kemp's Ridley sea turtle. They have excellent eyesight and sense of smell. Females return to the beach where they were born to lay their own eggs. They are well known for migrating long distances. This is a leatherback sea turtle. When they lay eggs, they lay between 100 and 200 eggs at a time. Anglerfish occur worldwide. Some are pelagic, dwelling away from the seafloor, while others are benthic, which means dwelling close to the seafloor. Their luminescence comes from symbiotic bacteria which are thought to be acquired from seawater. Sperm whale. A sperm whale's teeth are along its bottom jaw and are about 20 centimeters long, fitting into sockets along the underside of the palate. The upper teeth of a sperm whale never grow out of its upper jaw. Scientists believe that sperm whales and giant squid are natural enemies. While no actual battles have ever been observed, sperm whales sometimes carry round scars believed to have come from the suckers of giant squid. Sperm whales have the biggest heads and brains on Earth. They fertilise the oceans with their feces, which floats upwards and is consumed by phytoplankton. Weedy sea dragon. These fish are slow-moving and rely on their camouflage as protection against predation. They drift in the water. Belemnite is an extinct order of squid-like cephalopods that existed from the late Triassic to the late Cretaceous. Giant squid. They live up to their name. The largest giant squid ever recorded by scientists was almost 43 feet or 13 meters in length and may have weighed nearly a ton. Giant squid can snatch prey up to 10 meters away by shooting out their two feeding tentacles, which are tipped with hundreds of powerful sharp-toothed suckers. Reef squid. All squids have a sharp beak in the center of their arms, where the prey is sliced into bite-sized pieces. These bites are further cut and ground by the radula, a tongue-like organ covered with rows of teeth that is inside the squid's beak. The giant squid that we saw before, they have eyes the size of dinner plates. These huge eyes absorb more light than their smaller counterparts would, allowing the squid to glimpse bioluminescent prey or sight predators lurking in the dark. Megalodon was not only the biggest shark in the world, but one of the largest fish ever to exist. Estimates suggest it grew to between 15 and 18 meters in length, 3 times longer than the largest recorded great white shark. In order to tackle prey as large as whales, Megalodon had to be able to open its mouth wide. It is estimated that its jaw could span 2.7 by 3.4 meters wide, easily big enough to swallow 2 adult people side by side. Their jaws were lined with 276 teeth, and studies reconstructing the shark's bite force suggest that they may have been one of the most powerful predators ever to have existed. Megalodon likely had a much shorter nose or rostrum when compared with the great white shark, with a flatter, almost squashed jaw like the blue shark. It also had extra long pectoral fins to support its weight and size. The cooling of the planet may have contributed to the extinction of the Megalodon in a number of ways, as they were dependent on tropical waters. This would have also affected their prey as well, killer whale or orca. They are the largest of the dolphins and one of the world's most powerful predators. Have a look at that seal. It had no chance. Blue whale is a marine mammal and a baleen whale. Its long, slender body can be various shades of greyish-blue dorsally and somewhat lighter underneath. In general, blue whale populations migrate between their summer feeding areas near the poles and their winter breeding grounds near the tropics. I wouldn't have liked to have been in that boat. Humpback whale is a baleen whale and one of the largest members of the rorqual family. Adult females average 15 meters in length and weigh approximately 35 tons, with adult males being slightly smaller. The spouts that are formed on the surface occur when the whales expel warm air that meets colder air on the surface and condenses into small water droplets. Livyatan is an extinct genus of macroraptorial sperm whale containing only one known species. It was probably an apex predator preying on whales, seals, and other fish. It had enamel-coated teeth on the upper and lower jaws. Great white shark. They search for prey at the surface of the ocean while swimming below. Once they spot a target, they use a burst of speed to bump their prey while simultaneously biting it. Please stay and watch another video with me. I love to read and reply to your comments. Thank you for watching my video. See you again soon. See you guys in my next video.